Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about shifting and how these shifts can become part of your personal signature when you're playing. So, the, the fashion for shifting has changed, and it is simply a fashion because when you listen on YouTube to, or you've got recordings of people from the past, the style of shifting was very different. You could hear the shifts, they weren't hidden as they are a lot in modern day playing. For example, um, Chrysler, you can really hear the shifts up. I mean, it's as much as that. Wonderful. I mean, it doesn't offend me at all because what I'm really hearing is where they're shifting, how they're shifting. They're shifting in the same places as we are. Now, for example, Menuhin does a lot of inner notes in his shifts. It's absolutely gorgeous. Something like this. So you can hear the inner note of the shift, which is the 1-1-3. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's very much a part of Menuhin's signature feeling about the music. That's what helps the expression. Um, and we all develop a language of shifts ourselves. So the inner notes of a shift, they really help you to anchor um, the shift and to know what you're doing rather than taking flying leaps and guesswork, which I don't like to do. I like to do a lot of knowing where I am on the violin, and a lot of people don't. So, for example, if you're playing the Brahms Contemplation and you come to the bit that's high up, you can use slides and shifts and everything in order and incorporate it into the expression, musical side, very much something like this. I'll play that a little bit more exaggeratedly so you can really hear what it is that is going on inside the shift. And it's a personal choice and a question of fashion, actually. How noticeable you make your shifts, how much part of the expression they are. For example, in that beautiful piece by Fauré, the Berceuse, at the beginning, there are different types of shifts happening in there all the time that you can allow the notes, the inner notes, to be heard. For example. So there are certain ways of upward shifting and downward shifting that are very much part of the expression. For example, in the very first bar of that I do a shift from first position to third position on a first finger. Now I don't want that to be too noticeable because it's in the first bar. It's got to be a fresh idea right from the start, but I don't completely hide it. Like that. Now if I wanted to completely hide that during a bow, I would simply coordinate and lighten the bow. So it's almost imperceptible. The next shift in that lovely first bar is from the F to the C natural, downwards, and I do like a little flip, what I call a flip shift down there, which is from finger to finger, but it's also a little bit noticeable. It's a question of degree, isn't it? So what I'm doing is I'm slightly reducing the note on my third just before I go down to the second. So I'm allowing that to be heard. Now again, I could make that shift without it being heard just by simply lightening the bow very slightly. Like that. The shifts are so much part of the music that you can actually expand and allow these shifts to be heard a little more than you think. Because animating the music is part of the performer's art. If I play to myself, it may not be large enough to actually, the thought might not be large enough to actually reach out. So there's got to be a little bit of animation going on with the performance, and shifting is very much part of that, because allowing the audience to hear the inner music, the mechanics, that's what's going on, is also a part of music. If you listen to recordings where every single extraneous sound is taken out, it doesn't sound real, because when you listen to a real violinist, there are lots of inner sounds that you subconsciously are picking up that are such a marvelous part of the performance. But shifting, oh yes, there's another nice shift in the Brahms contemplation, which is going from C to C, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I kind of make quite a lot of that one. So I think it's. It feels like joy. There's a feeling of violinistic joy in a lovely shift. There's nothing like it actually, and it's nice to feel that feeling and allow that feeling to be part of your expression, because it does come across, it does come through. It's very well named the contemplation, because there's a serenity. That's just a personal feeling that I have about that piece. But if you listen to soloists of the past, Chrysler, Menuhin, they can seem old-fashioned now and not relevant, but it's simply wonderful to hear the inner mechanics of them playing. So if you take that into account and expand and think about your shifting and helping yourself with the inner notes, how to shift up and down and listen to them, and also expand your ability to allow to be heard, and what you'll kind of keep to yourself, but it's actually there to help you, then it really, really expands your expression. Next time, let's talk a bit more about shifting. Bye for now.